Hello and welcome to the CA Chronicle podcast, where we bring you the journey of toppers straight from the study desk to success. I'm Sainesh, and alongside me is my co host Lakshay. Today, we have an extraordinary guest who has not only aced in the CA inter exams but also made Hansraj College so proud.
Absolutely. Joining us today is none other than Vidhi Jain, who secured an All India rank 3 in CA Inter September 2024. But wait, there's more. She's not just a CA genius, she's also a part of Hansraj College Spark Society, where she started as a first year member and is now serving as the Joint Secretary in Spark Society.
From balancing CA prep to excelling in college society, Vidhi has done it all. Today, we will uncover her strategies, her struggle, and of course, her secrets to success. So, buckle up and get ready for an inspiring conversation.
To begin with, could you share a bit about your journey to becoming a CA Inter AIR? What inspired you to pursue chartered accountancy and what kept you motivated throughout this intense preparation?
Well, first of all, though, thank you so much for having me here. Uh, for about my CA journey, I would like to start with my 10th class when it was the time to decide the stream. I am also like one of the student only who was just confused between what to choose. So like I have no interest in science and arts to लेनी नहीं. So I chose commerce. So after commerce, what I have to do, I haven't even thought of it. I just like let's go with the flow. So after 10th, in 11th, I studied, and then in 12th, the main interest, the subject was my favorite subject was become my accounts. I secured 100 marks in 12th class. So yeah, definitely the thing coming to my mind like it's accounts, so let's become the CA chartered accountants. Also in my family, there are already my cousin brothers and sisters who are CA. So obviously, I took the guidance from them and then decided to do the CA. I was like a normal child कि सबने कहा कि okay, it's good, you have an interest in accounts, you have cousin brothers who can guide you clearly, so you can do CA. So okay, I started with my CA journey. I enrolled for the CA foundation in November 22. uh, with that also I started preparing for the CVT exams for getting the good due college. I was in my mind like if I got the good college I will do the regular college, otherwise I will just do the soul. But surprisingly I got the really great marks and got into the Hansraj college. So in the first year first sem I would say I just studied for the CA foundation because I had the attempt in November 22. After the CA foundation exams are over, I like started to enjoy my college life. Then the results came. It was like I got 321 out of 400 in CA foundation. That was actually the time I realized that yes, I guess I can do the CA subject. I mean CA course. It's not that difficult, or it's may be difficult right now, or no, I don't know. Basically, I how I started the CA journey. It's because only the okay, I have a good interest in accounts, and everyone says, then you can do it, then do it. It's after the CA Foundation results, I realized that yes, I do have an interest in this professional course and I should pursue it with the heart. After that, I started actually thinking about the CA course and actually look into it like how to start now prepare for the CA inter. So, yeah, that's how my CA inter started and with the college life. Yes.
That's a great look into it. Even successful candidate has a unique approach to studying. Can you walk us through your study strategy for the CA inter exams? How did you break down your subjects and create a routine?
Well, about the routine, I would say I myself didn't make a routine because I got too much indulged in the college societies playing competitions. I was having like a fun life in my college. So I actually didn't have a routine at starting, but later on when I realized now that yeah, my attempt is coming near, I should now focus have to study. So yeah, I started like in my second year only, I took the class of costing subjects. So after doing taking the class, I was like very casually taking the lectures, doing the homework which the teacher gave. That's it. And then in November 23, I guess, yeah, I started having a little bit stress that yes, I have a, like, I was planning to give the May attempt at first, and then I was like, let's delay it and do the November attempt. But then 3 years came, and then I started prepare for the September attempt. So I was like, now the time is very less. People say 1 year are also very less to do the CA inter prep. So at that time, I actually started taking the more classes, and then I would say, yeah, I was little bit consistent in taking the lectures daily, 2 or 3 maybe. But yeah, somehow I was not that consistent. Still, I was just into my college competitions and college societies. After that, I would say, in after giving my second year exams, before the 2 3 months of the our my attempt September attempt, I actually took the seriousness and did the consistency with the जो कहते हैं कि पढ़ना पड़ता है 15 15 घंटे. I used to do that. So about the routine, I would say it's not. I didn't follow routine, so it depends on everyone. If you are having a routine, it's really really good. But if you still somehow lagged in making a routine or following up the routine, it's okay. You need to just have your, you need to know your strength, whether you can do it or not. If you think you can do it, you can easily just I would say, even if you are late to make a routine, then also you can ace your exams. So about the routine, I would say it depends on the person. And the second, about the breaking about the subjects, well, in my mind, from the very starting, I was sure that I have to give both groups together, not a single group. So it's not my problem. मेजर problem नहीं थी कोई भी कि I can pick up any subjects. So I choose my subjects which were going on with my college also. College studies कि वो भी हो जाए and my C interview. So I choose like first subject costing, then I go ahead with the accounts and law, and then I guess I started with the taxation, ITT and TT both together, and then in the last I took the audit and FMSM. About how I did them, it just basically took the lectures. In the very starting, I used to do the homework also, like written practice as well. But later on, when I got the time crunch, I just took the lectures and then started with the full revision, where I did the thorough revision. Yeah.
Okay, so that was truly insightful. Moving forward, the CA inter syllabus is vast, and as we know, time management is key. So, how did you balance your time between studying, revising, and maintaining your overall well being? And any tips for managing time efficiently?
Well, as I said, I myself actually didn't manage time myself prior, but later I would say how I manage it's set the priorities. Like I set the priority after some months. Like I have to watch 3 to 4 lectures a day, no matter what. So I used to watch the lectures first and then take up my college studies or other societies work I had left with. So in the starting, I used to do it this like this, but before the 3 months before the attempt, I actually just focus on my CA studies. Didn't go to the college, no other competitions or college society work. I just focus on my CA attempt and study that only. So if you ask about time management, it's in the early stage you can manage your both college and CA also. Just prioritize your CA first, or sometimes college also when you have test or exam. But later on, when you are near to your exams, you need to prioritize your CA only. Otherwise, it will be a like bad decision. Like why did I choose college over CA then? So before the attempt, you should focus on the CA only, and then after the attempt, you can have full time for your college. So about the time management, I will just say, yeah, in the starting, set the clear priorities. Set the target just 3 4 lectures a day. That's it. If I'm done with my goal, okay, now I'm ready to do any other work. After that, start the college and work. Sometimes, yeah, it happen like I have to prioritize my college societies or case competition side or the college studies only. So yeah, it's okay. You can just make that I am lagging behind this lecture for 2 days. It's okay. I will make up it to the next other 2 days. So you just need to be make your plan and be on it, no matter what.
So my next question to you is, with the pressure that comes with a CA inter, stress is inevitable. How did you deal with the exam stress and stay focused, especially during the most challenging part of your preparations?
Well, stress is something which comes. like whenever you give any college exam, your CA exam. In fact, I when I gave my CA foundation, I was also a little stressed at that time also. But it was I was not that stressed in my CA foundation because I would say I was very well prepared at that time. But in during my CA inter, before the last 3 months, I was even like in confusion whether should I give this attempt or not because of my incomplete syllabus and then the revision which I have to do. So I was like really, really stressed. So what I used to do, I had my study buddy partner, which is my college best friend. So I just used to call her and just ask her, yeah, what should we do? Should we give this exam? I'm like literally stressed. I don't think I can even complete my syllabus before the attempt. Then she used to actually motivate me, I would say, because she was also giving her attempt. So she was like, if you have someone with you along with your CA prep, I would say it's really best and it's do wonders because that person, if motivated, will give you the motivation. If also she is also stressed, of course, then I can give her the motivation. So it's like if you are the two person together in a some in these type of tough courses, I would say it's a really it works as a blessing because you have someone to rant out when you are not able to study to when you are really stressed or anxiety. So I would just go to her and I would say I'm not able to study, what to do? And then she said it's okay, not able to study, just took a break and then let's have a good revision meet and then have a good study class. So I used to just have a good chit chat with her, or sometimes I actually used to just, I would say, watch the revision videos from the YouTube so that at least my time won't get wasted and I'm learning side by side. So in my stress, I would say it just I have the study buddy partner, or sometimes I would just say, ki, okay, I'm not able to study. I would just go to sleep, and I just took a sleep nap, short nap, and then I would start study focusing on my studies again. It's just something inside my mind that yes, I can't waste my time anymore. I have so much to do, and now I can't back out on my commitment that yes, I have decided to give this attempt. That I was able to overcome my stress because stress is something I think I never took. I would say, yeah, I would just whenever stress come, whenever I feel demotivated, I would just call her and then just it's okay, I will just do it. I just self motivated. It's like yes, I can do it. Why not? I have done the C Foundation as well. I'm into the Hansraj College. I am among the minds of good people. How can I not do this? It's 3 months and it's okay. I'm little behind. I will just get the passing good marks. That's also sufficient. At that time, I actually didn't think about the rank. I was just like, I will get passed. It's more than enough for me. So I didn't took a stress of getting a rank or something. I was just hoping to get good decent marks to get pass. And yeah, that's all. That's how I overcome my stress, I would say.
That's a great way to look at it. So, moving forward, there's a wide range of resources available books, online platforms, coaching classes. So, what did you find most effective in your preparation? And did you rely on any specific resources or materials?
Well, I only rely on two things. First was my coaching teacher's material, be it their books, notes book, or question bank. And for like subjects like audit and costing, yes, I did refer the ICS study mat. Apart from this, I actually didn't go for any other study mat because I was feeling that that material is already so sufficient that I don't need to go somewhere else. So if you have a like if you are doing your coaching teachers classes and they're from studying from their material, and if you think you should do some extra, you can go for the ICS study mat and then do the RTPs and MTPs. I guess that's more than enough to get the good decent marks or secure a rank.
Thank you for sharing your perspective. For sure, it will help our audience a lot. So, mock test and revision plays a significant role in CA exams. How frequently did you take mock tests and how did they contribute to your exam performance and confidence?
Well, due to my time crunch, I was not able to give the proper mock test. I just before that, I would say 2 weeks before the attempt, I just at my home only I gave my like took a 3 hours full to give a test of each and every subjects every day. So at first I did the accounting accounts and then other subjects side by side. So I would say mock test actually helps a lot. In my first mock only, I secured like very less. I would say it's around 40 marks only. I was passing on the margin. So I was like shocked. Like it was just 2 weeks before the I would say attempt, and I am getting just 40 marks right now, and my confidence level just come down to zero. Actually, I was like, how I just did these questions, how I'm not able to write right now. So I would say mock tests are something you should actually give, and I would say at least proper written practice you need to actually have before giving those mock tests. Otherwise, after those mock tests, you are going to have your zero confidence in yourself. Because at that time I was like, yeah, okay, I'm prepared, I can now give the exam. So I just casually took the mock test, and that was like, I would say, not a mistake. I would say it's like the best decision that I decided to give a written mock test on my by myself, because that actually gave me the I would say a reality check, like how I'm going to give the presentation of my answers in the exam, how I'm going to manage my time in the exams, like 3 hours full paper. Because in my first mock test, first of all thing, I was not able to write properly. I was not able to make the presentation of the answers. Like I was just thinking how I'm going to write this answer in the practical exams and in the theory as well. And the third was I just left the full one question because my time gets over. So I would say everyone actually needs to do MTVs. I would say give your mock test at least 2 or 3 you should give. This will give you a whole clarity about your study, your knowledge you have of your subjects. You will get the how you're going to manage your time in the exam, and the most important thing, how you're going to present the answers in the exam. Because if in the exam you are going to just think like how I'm going to write this answer, how I'm going to start this answer, you are just whole going to waste your time. So kindly do the mock test before the exams and do the written practice for sure.
So, such a remarkable explanation. So, if we look forward, were there any mistakes or areas where you feel you could have done better? What advice would you give to the current CA inter students to avoid these pitfalls?
Well, I would say yes, there were a lot of mistakes which I made. First of all, was obviously the consistency, which I just was very casually taking the lectures. You need to guys take the lectures very seriously. Just try to have the strong understanding concept from the lectures only, so that when you are going to do your revision, you are able to recall what you studied in the lecture. So just don't take the lectures casually. Make it a consistency, at least to watch 1 or 2 lectures daily basis. If you are starting very early for your prep, or if you are like lagging already behind, do take the 3 or 4 lectures daily basis. The third thing I would say, it's the writing practice. I actually neglect the writing practice, and which I actually regret the most right now. In fact, on the exam, in my low exam, I would say the only thing I was regretting why I didn't do the written practice of this exam. If I had done this, I would have actually scored good marks in law also. So I would say, guys, do the written practice. But yeah, some people do the written practice overly. Don't overdo it. Like in practical exams, you need to do the long questions for sure. If you are able to do 2 3 questions in written practice of 1 chapter, long questions which are covering almost all the concepts, it's okay. You can avoid other questions to do the written practice. But at least for every chapters, do the like जो questions होते हैं last day revision types. Do the written practice for sure. If you are neglecting the written practice both in practical and theory exam, you are going to regret in your exam time. That was my actually biggest mistake. No written practice and no consistency, I would say. Third thing which I feel, and I think the CA aspirant, CA inter who are going to give the exam students, you should actually focus more on the conceptual clarity, not on just the rote learning. Because in exam, till college, I will say till school time, we were like spoon fed with the questions that these questions will come, just learn them and you are able to secure good marks. So don't do that. You need to have good understanding, conceptual clarity, I would say. Because in exam you never know from where the question comes. If you are just doing the questions from the book or from the IC or teacher's book, and you are expecting those questions will directly come into the exam, no, there will always be a twist in the exams of the ICI question paper, and then you would say the question paper are tough. No, it's about the understanding, I would say conceptual clarity. Do that. No rote learning, please. That's all.
I'm sure audience found that as enlightening as we did. So, Everyone faces challenges. Were the moments when you felt demotivated or faced setbacks during your preparation? How did you stay on track and overcome those difficult times?
Well, yes, I actually feel too much demotivated, I would say, before my attempt, like last 2 months, because definitely because of my lack of prep and the revision pending. So, yeah, what I used to do, although my prep was not that good and I was having like, yeah, if I got pass, having good marks, it's okay. But still, what I was used to do, I just used to watch the Rankers Felicitation Ceremony videos from the YouTube of the teachers by the ICA and just used to manifest myself there that, yeah, one day there will be Vidhi Jain taking the award and, yeah, just having the interviews with the teachers and everyone else. So I just used to do that manifestation and like being in that manifestation, I would say I feel demotivated and used to say this to myself that Vidhi, you need to study actually this much that at least get that AIR 50 so that you can be part of that felicitation. So at one point of time, yeah, I was just hoping to get good marks, but on the other point, I was actually hoping to get the at least just AIR 50, which was like more than enough for me to just be a part of that felicitation ceremonies. So that thing actually motivated me to study actually really hard to get the decent good marks to get the AIR 50. Second thing is something when this thing doesn't work on me, I just used to call my study buddy partner even at the late midnights, just saying that I'm not able to study. What should I do? Just talk to me and do something, and then just we have a little chit chat, and then again it's like our mind got refreshed when you speak to someone else when you rant out to someone. So I got refreshed whenever we speak to whenever I speak to her, and then again start studying. So this is how whenever I got demotivated, I used even like I used to call her, or I would just watch the YouTube videos, scroll the Instagram. I would actually give myself a break whenever I'm not in the mood of study. It's like me. I'm someone if I'm not in the mood to study, I won't study. Even though I will just open my book and I'm looking at it, my mind will be somewhere else. So whenever I'm not in the mood, I will just close all my books. I will sleep. I will just watch YouTube, Instagram, or I will just go around and just have a walk. So I would suggest whenever if you are getting a demotivation, you are not in the mood to study, just don't study because that will be a waste of time only. Just do something else, whichever you have interest. Do your whenever you have passion for something like singing or dancing, just do that and refresh yourself and then again start studying. That actually helps a lot to actually feel motivated and refreshed.
That was clear and crisp. So, moving forward, from your experience, what would you say are the key areas or subjects that students should focus on the CENT exams and any strategies for mastering those topics?
Okay, so for the subjects, like many actually students asked me as well how to do this particular subject. So I would like to go with the theory subject first. The fear of the students, it's audit. Like they asked how you able, like how the you are doing, how you did the audit subject. So I don't know why students finding audit so difficult, but I actually did. I just learned the key terms from the book and then just give it a 2 3 read to the ICS study mat. And then it's in my mind I was able to actually answer the questions. So I don't know what's so difficult. You just have to in audit. You actually need to learn the keywords because without keywords you are not able to get the good marks because ICA demands those keywords. So yeah, just learn those keywords and then give it 2 3 reads to the answer to the your study mat from whatever book you are reading, and you will be able to do the very nicely in audit. This is actually only thing in audit. What I did, I just study from the my teacher, like I took from Shivam Kishwani sir. So I learned the keywords from his book and then give a 2 3 reading of the ICS study mat. That's all. Second thing is same with the law as well. The way you are doing the audit, do the law same way. The main problem comes with the then practical subjects. I would say I actually had a strong grasp on the practical subjects. Like I said, I my favorite subject was accounts. So cost accounting and account subject was actually my strongest subject, which I was hoping to get the good marks and able to make my aggregate at that time. So in practical subject, what you should do, guys, I would suggest first read the what I actually used to do. First, I read the notes, basically theory. Basically, I would say concepts what the accounting standard or the topic is giving to us. Then I go to the questions first with the smaller questions, and then do the written practice of the long questions only. Because of the time crunch, I didn't do much written practice of the smaller questions. I just took the 2 3 questions which are covering almost all the concepts of that chapter and do the written practice of that. So that's how I manage the practical subjects and the theory. Another fear of the students are texts. So yeah, that was also my fear, I would say. So I took classes from the Bhava Purana BB sir DT. So what I used to do, I just watched the revision videos of sir 2 3 times actually, and then study from the notes, and then do the question. So if you are getting the like little bit of scale, like I'm not able to still not able to get the concept, just go to the revision videos, go to the marathons, watch them, and then do the notes, and then do the question bank. This actually helps me a lot because in every subject I would say I watch the marathon or the revision videos from the teachers I have taken the classes. Fun thing I would say, but I would like to suggest the students that you may not be able to complete the 100% syllabus. I myself was not able to complete it, so it's okay. You don't have to panic. I was like, do the prep of the 90% syllabus only. I was like, if any question comes from this 90%, I will be able to do the question. So make your prep of 80% or 90% syllabus, whatever you're doing, but do it like 100%. Whatever questions are coming, you are able to answer it. So I myself just left the 1 or 2 chapters in every subject, I would say, and the question definitely come from them also, and I just skip them. It's okay because in the paper you also have the choice to skip one question. So it's okay. You just do the 90% or 80% syllabus according to your time and do it best. I would say that will really help you a lot. If you are just in panicking that I'm not able to do the 100% and you are not even giving your 100% to the your rest of the study which you have studied already, then I think you are at a wrong stage. You should focus on the syllabus, what you are doing. At starting, I just focus on the 50% coverage to get the 50 marks at least. That's it. When I feel that I still have the time, I can do more, then I go with the 60, 70, 80, and then the 90% was my last. I actually didn't go for the 100%. When many students ask how you are able to get AIR3 with the 90% syllabus coverage, I think you can get a really good decent marks and even an AIR if you're doing the 90%, but do that 90% like 100%. That whenever question come, you are able to do it. That's all.
Moving on to our next question. Now that you have achieved this remarkable rank, what's next for you? Do you have any plans for the CA final, or are you considering exploring other avenues within finance or accounting?
Well, in future, I may explore some other fields in accounting and finance for sure. But currently, I am focusing on my CA final examinations basically right now for the articleship and then in my CA final exams also only. I would say, yeah, that's it. I'm not focusing anymore the right now.
Wow, what an insightful session it was. Thank you so much, Vidhi, for joining us. If hard work had a blueprint, I think we just heard it, Sanish.
Absolutely. From time management to stress busting techniques, this episode had everything a CA aspirant needs, except, of course, a shortcut to passing. Sorry, folks, hard work is still required.
But hey, if our guest can do it, so can you. Keep pushing, keep revising, and most importantly, don't forget to take a break because even balance sheets need to be balanced.
That's a wrap for today. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories. And until next time, keep crunching numbers and crashing those ranks. I'm